Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and welcome back to the 2006 Oakland Raiders season, where we are now in week 14. We're 8-4, going into a huge game against the Buffalo Bills. Looks like it's the second to last week, so it's the Sunday Night Football game. Was it NBC Sunday Night Football at this point? I think it was like around this time, 2005, 2006. When they got away from ESPN Sunday Night Football and went to NBC, and then ESPN got the Monday night games. ABC went out the window. But this is a game where if we were to win and we're going against another playoff contender, the Bills are 7-5 and in a three-way tie for first. Big matchup and big game for both of us because they could get to first place with a win, depending on what happens elsewhere. And same thing with us. If we were to win... And actually, we've caught up in the tiebreak with point differential. We've only scored 1 point less than them, but we've given up less points. So depending on how things shake out, if they were to lose, and they are playing against, we've got to definitely pay attention to their game. Where the fuck are they? Do they have the... No, they're playing against Indy right away. Another team in that first place tie in the AFC East. So... game number 2 on this docket is very important. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, the Chargers won. All right, so we're gonna fight to stay within a game of them, and hopefully they'll let one slip down the road somewhere. Because, you know, it's like and anything can happen as far as the bye goes too. Nothing is written in stone. Right now, the AFC, 8-5, 8-5, and then 10-3. The West will probably in all likelihood have a bye unless everybody keeps losing. But let's not worry about that. There are still 4 games left, and we start off with this one against the Bills. Oh, Willis McGahee's back. He had a rough injury in college. Holy shit. One of the worst looking clean clean as far as the video quality, just like how everything was right out front. You just saw his leg fucking snap. It was brutal. Alright, yeah, what am I doing? I'm kicking off. What else am I doing? Like, I really had to think about it. I got caught up in all the wash over there. I should be staying back. I should be the last line of defense like that, not joining in the crowd. Alright, good job by the defensive line there, the drones, for getting... Oh, it's Lossman. He definitely never quarterbacked a Bills team that was in the playoff race like this. This was one of their many attempts to find a replacement for Jim Kelly. Well, not for Jim Kelly. They had Flutie, and he was, he had a pretty good run in there. They fucked that whole situation up, although he was older at that point. Wasn't going to be a guy for the future. And speaking, I guess I'm gonna have to go with somebody else today because JP Lossman is hurt. And Kelly Holcomb's gonna come in. He has playoff experience, though. Believe it or not, he quarterbacked the Browns. Believe it or not, we're in the playoffs back in the 2000s at one point. And I'm pretty sure that Kelly Holcomb was the quarterback. Alright, let me just make sure that everybody's... Alright, so... I've got Boss on the bench, and I got everybody else healthy. Now's the time. Now's the time for everybody to be on their game. Alright. Nice, 7-yard run to start it off. Damn it! And then we lose a few. Quarters open. And he got it. I thought he was going to overthrow him. There was a part of me that was worried about him overthrowing him. Even though it's not a short yardage situation, let's give it to Crockett. Just because we went to Jordan a lot. Alright. Nice gain. Oh, I was hoping to cut it inside there, but I ended up running right into him. I misjudged the spot there. But a first down is a first down. I'll take it. And not much going on there. Oh, there's a lot more room up here. Oh, they caught up to me. Then we fumbled. No. Oh, that was such a promising drive. Right down the pisser. This might be the play I called. Nope. Ah, that was enough. Very uneventful first quarter, a punt, and then a drive that was going well, and then fumble. I mean, it wasn't uneventful, but there weren't any points scored. Wasn't really, I was getting it, I was in territory, but I wasn't really threatening quite yet. Oh. That's another first down, I think. Yep. Alright, so there's motion behind the line on that play fake. I gotta remember that. Oh, I got in the way at least. I was tied up, but I got in the way. And the drone swooped in there to finish off the tackle. This might be a run on the other side. Yep, alright, I called it. Third and long. Let's get this. Oh, they have multiple play actions. Alright, good job by the drone defender there to make that block. Wasn't a pick, but we at least held them to on the third down. Never really try to rush from this side. That might be a shank. All right, off the upright. Oh, come on, block him. He was right in front of you. I would have had a nice lane there if that running back had made the block like he should have. I know it wasn't in the play design, but fuck, you gotta adapt. He was not a receiver. Oh, shit. Ah, I was worried about that. He went off screen. It was like if it would have stayed short, you know, there wasn't anybody in sight at least. The further deep he went, the less confident I was that we were going to get that one. And sure enough, interception. 2 turnovers on 2 drives. Not good. Ugh. All right. But that could have been... the way he was shaking and baking over there, I thought he was going to break it. Shake, bake, and then break. Oh, motherfucker. And I missed too. Shit. Ugh. Man. Defense can only bend so much before it breaks. Offense has to step up here. We have to do something with this. We got plenty of time. And a short kickoff helps. And a good return will help even more. We got it up to like the 41. There's time, but not a lot of it. So I can't really do a methodical drive here. Ugh. Alright, first down. Ugh, that was rough. Alright, nice job, and... And a first down, again out of bounds. Might as well try one shot. Oh no, he's covered, isn't he? Alright. Not fucking around anymore, let's kick it. It would have been nice to have a chance at a full drive there, but we're getting the ball to start the second half, so we're going to have a chance to take the lead on the drive. Providing we don't give up a fucking return here. So we've had 3 drives. Well, more like 2.5, because that last one we had to cut short and kick a field goal. But, you know... We turned it over twice. We turned it over on 2 of those drives. One at, like, midfield. One of them when we didn't score in position. And guess what happened on the one drive we didn't turn the ball over? We got points. Amazing how that works sometimes. It's just how... That's how important these turnovers are. I mean, if we had gotten a field goal on that first drive, you know, we'd be looking at being able to take the lead with another field goal if we had to. That kind of shit, it makes a huge difference. Oh, and so does getting blown up in the backfield on first down. Setting up a second and long situation. Everybody's covered. Alright, well, made it third and, you know, still third and long, but not as long. It was third and forever. It would have been third and forever if we stayed where we were. Ugh. And once again, everybody was covered like blankets. I'd rather not give them the ball in like a good spot, because our defense has been fine. You know, like there was... We just don't want to give them good field position. This was a nice punt. Hopefully that helps that situation. And no, we would have been better off just plowing it through the back of the end zone. Fumble it. Alright, we cannot give up a touchdown on this drive. Alright, nice block. Defensive lines has definitely shown some their moments. And yes, there are 3 play actions that they have in their playbook. So, I mean, when you have a threatening running game, that's a good move, but it's like... And this is one of those situations where they could be calling anything. Yes! That was sweet. It was third and short. They could have easily gotten that with McGahee. Alright, that's going to be a touchback. Beating Lamont the Rock, but we do want to... We don't want to get him killed. Deep for Curry. Yes! Alright, this is the best field position we've had all game. they had way more guys on that side. It was one of those, like, ugh. I didn't want to... Every time I try to change the direction, almost, like, 9 times out of 10, it does not work out. In a game like this, where points are at a premium and, like, every yard is like, no! Another fumble! Oh, God damn it. That's the second turnover, second fumble in their territory. God, that stings. Defense has to carry this shit, and they're getting... That's a good start right there with the blitz. It's a single back. I called a single back. No, this was a run. I called a play action. All right, 3rd and 6. Come on, guys. All right, now they are doing another play fake. Yes, user pick. I had that guy in position. We got nice field position here, and it's 4th quarter, nut cutting time. We gotta score, and we can't kick field goals here. This is definitely 4-down territory. Maybe the only exception would be if we get caught in a 4th down, like, almost immediately, and it's, like, 4th and 30 or some shit, where there would still be enough time left. Oh, I went backwards. I went backwards, like, just a little bit. Yeah, there's no field goals going on here. This is 100% 4-down territory. No, no! Jesus. I did not want to take a sack there, because I'm not in a situation where I want to be kicking field goals. Alright, we can run the ball, though, because it's, we got 3 chances to get this 1st down. Alright, we're in the goal line situation. I'm letting this tick, because, again, I'm not counting on getting the ball back. I am counting on getting stopped after a 0-yard gain. And it worked that time. I'm confident in the defense because the only time they've scored, even though it was a big play that got them to score, they had really good field position to start it off. So let's not let that happen here. And Williams is down. I don't think he's starting lineup anyway. No, he's just a return man. But still. All right. Oh my God, no. We just let Kelly Holcomb run like halfway across the fucking field. They can kick a field goal, too. And they're doing the same fucking play? Oh my God, no. You gotta be shitting me that you were letting this happen. So they're gonna only do one play here. And they're not gonna run that same play a 3rd time, right? Damn it, I called a play where they had set a guy in motion. They are play faking. They're going for the fucking win. No. It's me. It's only me. Holy shit. What? That was a huge stop right there. That was the only guy. They're going for it. Oh, shit. This is it. It's the whole fucking game right here. And they're gonna, I think they're going to McGahee. That's what I would do. Fuck. I called the split backs play. This is not what I called. They're going to Holcomb! Stop him! Yes! Fuck you! I mean, it worked twice on that drive, but it didn't work there. A good job again by the defensive line, who had their moments for sure on some big stops by the drones. It was not me. It was one of the drones that got that tackle. And thankfully he ran into a brick wall, because he very well could have ran that in. Wow. Very hard-fought game. Very old school, gritty, hard, fucking, what do you call, smash mouth. Points were at a premium, but we scored when we needed to. 10-7 is the final. And that's huge right there, because that puts us... Shit. All right, well, yeah, we got to skip this anyway. And the Saints win the division. First clinch of the season goes to the New Orleans Saints. No, they're not the Saints. This is the Drew Brees era Saints. So, with that in mind, let's see how things shake out now. The Titans have taken over first place in the AFC East, as ridiculous as that sentence sounds. They're one game over the Bills and Colts. Then you get the Bengals, who look to be pulling away here in the AFC Central. Steelers are in trouble. And then, we're still one game behind the Chargers. But even, all 5 of these teams could still have a winning record at the end of the season. And it's, everybody's within a game of each other. It's a pretty crazy division. And we play the Bills one more time at the end, as even though we shouldn't, because they're not in our division. But this schedule, this ROM is all fucked up with the divisions. Because look at this shit. You got the Panthers and Falcons in the NFC East. Giants are in good shape to win this division. Like we said, the Saints won. The Saints won the Central. Yeah. So again, it makes sense, kind of, when you're talking about the realignment in that started in 2002. The Saints were not in the West anymore at this point, but there are only 3 divisions in this ROM, and then you got the Rams and Seahawks at 7-6, fighting for first place over there. So, we still got 3 games to go, and this week we have the Jags. So we'll put the finishing touches on their season, eliminating any hope of a crazy comeback at the end. Then we go to Baltimore, or Baltimore comes to us, whatever you want to call that. And then we finish things off with Buffalo in the rematch. Even though it doesn't make any sense for there to be a rematch, that will be intriguing just because of how this game that we just played went. So that's it for this week. Next week, every game is very important. But this next one will be the next most important one. So we'll see you there. Thank you for watching. Take care.